Howdy folks, thanks for joining us. We wanted to give you guys an update on the weather that's headed our way. We have a supposed wintry mix. The Weather Channel is calling this Weather Storm Inga. Feel free to add your own suggestions for what we should name this storm in the area. The Weather Channel doesn't own the weather necessarily. But I'm here with veteran weather reporter Annie Blanks. And Annie, are we going to get some snow?
That's what they're saying, Nick. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for pretty much everybody from Mobile to Okaloosa County. Could see some accumulation of snow. They're calling for about less than half an inch, so they're not going to be. You're not going to see anything really widespread. Really, the main story I think of this winter storm is the potential for ice accumulation, and certainly those cold temperatures that we should be seeing late today and late tonight and early tomorrow morning.
And you just tweeted out something earlier. You said the Florida Department of Transportation is anticipating ice on the roads, and what are they doing to prepare for this?
Well, about 30 minutes ago, I spoke with the FDOT spokesman, Ian Satter, and he told me that at about 1 o'clock today, FDOT crews actually were out in Escambia County, and they had already begun spraying the road with a potassium acetate solution, which is supposed to prevent icing. And he did say that they were going to be making their way from Escambia County into Santa Rosa County, Okaloosa County, and Walton County. Later today, they're expected to be in Walton County by about 8 p.m. tonight, just to kind of give you a time frame. And they will be spraying mostly the bridges. That does include the Brooks Bridge, Destin Bridge, Mid-Bay Bridge, Highway 331 Bridge. They'll be spraying that to try and prevent those bridges from icing over, to try and prevent any kind of bridge closures tomorrow morning. If
you guys remember the last time our bridges iced over around here 3 or 4 years ago, cars were not able to get up Brooks Bridge. Even dudes with four-wheel drives were not able to get up that Brooks Bridge because of the pitch of it and the ice. So regardless of how it's going to impact us, it is going to impact this area. And as a reminder, you guys can share if you guys are living in the north end of the counties in our coverage area, go ahead and send us some photos. Share them here on Facebook. We'll put them up on our website, let people see what's going on in all of Northwest Florida as this thing hits. Annie, do you have a list of closures for people?
I do, and speaking of closures, I just want to go back to the bridges for a second. A lot of people are wondering, and they've been tweeting me and asking about bridge closures. And I did speak with the FHP spokesman, Eddie Elmore, and the FDOT spokesman, Ian Satter, about that. They kind of work together in situations like this to determine if a bridge needs to be closed, and they both told me that they will have an increased presence on Florida roads tonight and into tomorrow morning. The FHP told me that they will be closely monitoring the bridges, and if there is any kind of bridge closures expected for our area, they will be sending out those alerts through local media. So keep track of everything that could be happening with nwfdailynews.com, guys, for that. In terms of school closures, all of these schools in our coverage area, the public schools, Okaloosa, Santa Rosa, Walton County, have been closed tomorrow, January 17th. Rocky Bayou Christian School is a private school that I called them earlier, and they said they would be making that determination later today. I've also reached out to Northwest Florida State College about whether or not classes would be canceled. I have not heard back from them, but a little bit of difference between Okaloosa and Santa Rosa counties. In Santa Rosa County, after-school activities today will continue, but they must be done by 9 p.m. That's per the superintendent, a press release he sent out earlier today. Okaloosa County after-school activities have been completely canceled today. In addition to school closing tomorrow, and that they'll make a determination about any possible closures on Thursday tomorrow.
Cool. This just in from managing editor Wendy Victoria. Out of Pensacola, Florida, NAS Pensacola is going to close through the weather. I'll just go ahead and read this to you guys. Due to the anticipated inclement weather conditions, Pensacola NAS, Corey Station, and Shoffley Field will curtail normal operations and close the installations to all visitors and non-essential personnel at 9 p.m. today, which is January 16th. All facilities on board the base, including the Child Development Center, the Youth Center, and tourist attractions, the Naval Aviation Museum, Lighthouse, Fort Barrancas, will be closed. Pending significant changes in the weather forecast, the base and all facilities will reopen and resume normal options on Thursday for January 18th. So any of you folks out in that area or work at Pensacola NAS, you guys, there's the latest on that. So I think that's all we have right now.
I think so. The last official I spoke with was Randy McDaniel, over with the emergency management department in Okaloosa County, and he told me that they're not expecting any widespread snow or ice accumulation. However, he did want people to bundle up tonight, especially because the temperatures are supposed to dip into the teens and the 20s potentially, especially in some of the northern parts of the county. So he did encourage people to bundle up to prevent frostbite and any possible wind chill effects. So can we get some more breaking news?
Hey, this just in from Daily News education reporter Heather Osborne. She did get a release from the State College. It says classes are closed tomorrow, and let me read this so I get it correct. School in a consideration that surrounding school districts are closing, and in an overabundance of caution, all classes and administrative operations are canceled at all locations of Northwest Florida State College on Wednesday, January 17th, due to winter weather advisories. This cancellation includes all athletics, arts, and student activities. They made this decision based on the commitment to the safety of our faculty, staff, and students. So they are planning to reopen for all services on Thursday. So there's the latest from the State College. And if you haven't noticed, they did say all locations for the State College. They have campuses all over Northwest Florida. So that's the latest. Make sure you guys check back with our Facebook page. And yes? Courts in Escambia and Santa Rosa are also closed. So, as you can see, this stuff is changing all the time, and people are trying to be safe no matter what comes our way. So make sure you stay on our Facebook page, log on to NWF Daily News for all the latest. And you can follow Annie on Twitter, too. She's going to be tweeting her butt off. So where can they follow you on Twitter?
Follow me, and my Twitter handle is @DestinLogAnnie.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.